Okay, so we're gonna restore these handlebars. You can see there's a lot of pitting on them. They're pretty good shape though. Just minor pitting, I guess. But some grease. This one's about the same shape. A lot of pitting on them. I did leave this in there because it looked like it was gonna be a pain getting this out and then having to fish it back through. So I'm gonna see if I can keep it on there while I do this. If not, I'll have to pull it out of there. So I got a couple things here to help us. I have just an old rag to clean off all the grime, and then I have some steel wool. This is this 4-0 steel wool. That should help get rid of a lot of that rust. If not, with a lot of the stuff I did, just using aluminum foil, get it wet, rub it, it comes right off. I feel like sometimes it's better than the steel wool. So let's clean this off. I just got some soapy water here. Hopefully it'll take off all this grease that was underneath these grips. I won't be able to look at the inside very much, but we'll get it as best we can. So we'll get most of the junk off here. Try to get most of this grease off there because that'll just gum up the steel wool. I don't know if I'll be able to get in there much, but I'll do the best. Okay, let's take some of the steel wool. So let's start with this right here. So there's a lot of pitting along here, and I'll show you how that works. So take our steel wool. I've used it already, but we'll just gently rub it. And you see some of the junk coming off it. Just keep it wet. As you can already see, it's helped a ton. So we'll just keep going around with that. Steel wool's kind of breaking down. I think I let it sit too long last time I used it. Let's switch it out. It looks gross, doesn't it? This one is pretty pitted right there. Ew. A lot of junk in there. Okay, yeah, we got it pretty good. Get a dry rag here. Just gonna have some right here. Dry it off real quick. I mean, for the most part, I don't know. I bought the steel wool thinking, oh, it'd do a much better job, but really? I think aluminum foil does just as good, or not better. There's some spots here. I'd probably like to clean up a little bit. See if I can get that real quick. That's pretty good. We're gonna take it to the buffing mill too. But so we can do this other one. And actually, let me grab some aluminum foil. We'll do both. We can see the difference. Okay, let's wash this one up. So honestly, I'm pretty cheap, so there's a big old nest in there or something. So I've been doing a lot of aluminum foil, and honestly, kids eat some something that uses aluminum foil, not much grime on it, I'll use that. I'm too cheap to use a brand new one. That's pretty cheap, isn't it? But it does the job, so why spend all that money? I mean, the steel wool was only $4. So I'm super cheap. So let's just clean this off real quick. Okay, let's get that, our stowaway in there, out. Sure. Ew. That's gross. I'm sure that's been in there for years. Okay, let's use the aluminum foil. So I just break off a piece, crumple it up, and I'll show you on one of those harder hit spots, kind of similar to the other elbow on that one. I'll just get it wet. So it really works well once the aluminum foil starts breaking down. It won't scratch it either, because think about it, aluminum's softer than this metal, so it won't scratch it. And if it does, you just buff it out. Maybe it takes a little bit more elbow grease, I don't know. I feel like it just digs down in there better. Look at, man, actually it kind of works better getting in these nooks and crannies, huh? Kind of just get a piece of it. It just takes all that right off. It's just an awkward piece to work with. It's a weird shape. at all that rust under there. It's kind of a weird nook and cranny there. I'm going for show quality. I'm just going for make it look better. Gosh, yeah, it just honestly, I think I like the aluminum foil better. The big rust spot. Let's see if it does that. It's probably through the chrome, but yeah, didn't do much, but I guess because it scratched through the chrome. I mean, when I was reading steel wool, people were like, "Oh, don't use it on chrome. Don't use it on chrome." I mean, yeah, probably steel wool that you use on cast iron pans or something. Maybe you're not supposed to use those on cast iron pans. I have no clue, but I feel like it did pretty well, especially that fine of steel wool. And again, it was only like, maybe it was $6. I don't know. The Amazon special. This one was really rough. Let's take a look at it here. I mean, there's some spots in here, but it's super hard with this flange here, or whatever it's called. I did notice with this, it does wear out your fingers. Skin grows back. Okay, let's wash this off real quick. At this point, I'm not really worried about the electronics here because this is going to sit a while before I get it back on the bike, so let's give it a quick dry here. Let's take a look at this. Pretty darn close. Let me take the steel wool to this, see if, because I see it has a little bit more scuff marks, but whether that's from the aluminum foil or not. Let's take the steel wool to it and find out. Maybe I'll buff it out. If it was from the steel wool, or from the aluminum foil, this should somewhat buff it out. If not, the polishing wheel will fix that. I'm not going to put too much elbow grease into it because I know that's going to fix it. If it was from it. Can't really tell. This needs a little bit more work here. Yeah, I just don't know which one's actually better. I mean, really, it's up to whether if you have it or not. If you have it, great, use it. If you have aluminum foil, you don't have that, use aluminum foil. Okay, let's take it to the buffing wheel and buff it up some. Okay, at the buffing wheel. So what I've been using is this stuff. Whatever it is, got it from Harbor Freight. I'm sure maybe it's not meant for this, but sue me, it works. So let's start this up and we'll buff this one out. I'll put a little bit of this on there. Again, whether I use it correctly, no clue. Doesn't come with directions. So let's try it.